These are the Dragons, the 5 multi-millionaire investors on their way to the Den. There, tonight, they'll once again make or break the business dreams of dozens of budding entrepreneurs.
I think it will be years before your business will generate £1 million in profit.
I just don't think you've thought this through.
This is just not a business.
If you think you're going to get an investment from me, you are living in fantasy land.
I love it.
The Dragons have all it takes to be successful. 5 of Britain's most enterprising and wealthy business people, they've all built up their own fortunes from scratch. James Caan made his millions building a global business in the recruitment industry, and he now heads an international private equity firm. The £200 million business empire of Glaswegian entrepreneur Duncan Bannatyne includes hotels, casinos and health clubs. Deborah Meaden earned her fortune in the holiday and leisure industry in the West Country. Theo Paphitis is a retail magnate who's transformed the fortunes of high street brands like Ryman, La Senza, Partners and Contessa. And one of Britain's best-known entrepreneurs, Peter Jones, has built up a multi-million-pound empire with a business portfolio that ranges from telecoms and leisure to property and media. In the Den, the Dragons are ready to back the right businesses with their own money. But tonight, will anyone convince them to invest? Once again, more nervous entrepreneurs have gathered here in the Dragon's Den. They've all got business ideas they think could make their fortunes, but every one of them needs cash backing for their venture. Multi-millionaire Dragons are prepared to invest, but remember they're risking their own money, so they'll only go for the very best ideas. How will our first entrepreneur fare under the Dragon's scrutiny?
Hello, my name is Max McMurdo and I'm here today to pitch for £50,000 for 10% of my business, Restore Limited. Restore was established in 2002 whilst I was designing cars in Cologne, Germany. The intention was to return to the UK and educate the British public and show them that environmental products needn't be a compromise in terms of style, quality and above all desirability. Since 2002 I've designed a range of 18 products now on the website, 3 of which you see here today: Annie the shopping trolley chair, Silvana the washing machine drum table and Gordon the wheelbarrow chair. Our latest product is Ben the Bin. Now he is a stackable, portable recycling bin for the household that uses a standard supermarket carrier bag. As with all the products, I needed to gauge some feedback from the public, so we took Ben the Bin along to Grand Designs exhibition last year and the response was excellent. We took several orders from private customers. A number of shops were very interested in placed provisional orders, and then a councillor came along and suggested that he'd like a price for 500, 1,000 and 10,000 units for the bin. And since then another 5 councils are very, very interested in at least trialling and then rolling out to all of their residents. To summarise, Restore is going from strength to strength, and I've seen such a change in consumer attitudes, it's unbelievable. Now selling these pieces to Saatchi & Saatchi, Selfridges, Topshop, Ecova, all the big names are now interested. The industry is there, people are ready to take these on as a product, and sales are there to be made. Thank you for listening, I hope you've got lots of questions.
Green designer Max McMurdo is offering a 10% stake in his Restore business in return for the £50,000 investment he needs to launch his latest eco product, Ben the Recycling Bin. Deborah Meaden wants to know if Max has sold any Bens yet.
Max, you've talked about the local authorities.
That's right.
Have you got an order from them or are you just talking to them?
We've got 3 letters of intent.
For how many items?
I've got 2 for 500, which would be the trial. The trial's a difficult bit to pass. Once you've got a trial from one council, you can roll on to all the neighbouring councils.
And what are they doing with them?
Particularly with high-density housing and multi-occupancy, where there's flats, there's no current system to get your empty milk bottle down into the big communal bin at the bottom. So they're going to give them as a freebie, like you get a composting bin and your wheelie bin. This would be the next version of bin to be rolled out and distributed to all the houses.
Are they made of
They are.
recycling?
These are actually the prototypes, and these are the ones that were produced from a sheet of polypropylene. Now, the actual units that we can get for £1.50 are 100% recycled, but due to that, they're black.
Max seems to have impressed Deborah Meaden with his eco-credentials. Now, Duncan Bannatyne decides to take a closer look at Max's furniture and recycling bin.
This is just a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And you're going to sell it for how much?
For £1.50.
Nobody will notice it's just a piece of plastic. Is that your
I'm
idea?
sure they will, if you wish to look at it in that respect. As I said, just as the shopping trolley chair is just an old shopping trolley.
Can I just say, I'm a bit worried, because if I started putting things in there, it just worries me the carry bags would just collapse.
The items you tend to recycle are empty milk bottles, egg cartons, paper. They don't tend to be breeze blocks or bricks.
What are you doing with my
or
money?
anything.
Oi.
That's okay.
You just throw my money away.
So the intention is then you'd carry that down, because it's portable, you carry that down to your recycling bin and dispose of it and separate your waste accordingly.
The young designer has proved that Ben the Bin is sturdy enough for most jobs. But Peter Jones thinks he spotted a flaw in Max's pitch.
Max, I've got a bigger issue with all of this.
Right.
And that is that you're selling the concept that this is not just from a recycling perspective very good, but you're selling this as an eco product. But you are far away from being an eco product, because you're putting in that eco product one of the biggest problems in this country right now, called the plastic carrier bag.
8 billion a year are being produced, yeah.
And you can't do anything with them. You can't recycle them at all. It's a major problem, and yet your product needs a product that is not eco-friendly to go in it, to complete it.
We're not encouraging, we wouldn't produce our own carrier bag.
See, I have the same issue as Peter's got with carrier bags. I actually believe they should be outlawed.
Absolutely.
Totally. And we shouldn't find uses for them. We should, when we go to supermarkets, we should be using reusable bags.
Carrier bags will be with us. I'm not encouraging it, but they will be with us for the next 10 years. Rather than just moaning about it, should we actually create a product that can reuse them so it is beneficial to the environment? If we can get 3 uses out of a carrier bag rather than 1, that's 3 times better.
Max is refusing to be intimidated by the Dragon's interrogation. Now, Deborah Meaden wants to move the discussion on from plastic to cash.
What's your turnover? How much have you actually sold?
In the last 8 months, since going full-time, because I've had lots of part-time jobs to subsidise the furniture, in the last 8 months it's £8,500, which is a ridiculously low amount, I appreciate.
Okay,
But
why? Why is it low?
The volume is limited. Like I say, it is bespoke. It's one-off pieces. Such and such have ordered 4, which is quite a substantial order, but it's still just over £1,000.
Sounds to me like you've accepted that that really isn't the business. That isn't going to generate the money. It's all down to these bins.
Deborah Meaden has discovered that Max is struggling to make any realistic return on his established furniture range, which doesn't bode well for his latest prototype. Max is beginning to lose the confidence of the Dragons.
Hi, Max. I'm
Hello.
James. Let me tell you where I am. I love the time. I can't get my head around the bin. I think the council concept of black bins at 150, not sure how much volume you'd sell. I just don't see the numbers working. My £50,000, my return isn't going to be in my lifetime. I think for that reason, I'm out.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Max, I'll tell you where I am in this. This is just not a business. This is a business that's going to make any money or give any return to any investor. It just isn't. So we can have a bit of fun with it, but I'm not going to invest, so I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
Max, I think I've said exactly how I felt about it. The fact that you've got this plastic carrier bag necessary for your product. It's just not enough for me to put my money on the line.
Right.
So for that reason, I'm out.
It's a disastrous setback for Max. He's lost 3 dragons in as many minutes. Has Deborah Meaden made her mind up too?
I think I was thrown by those. I think they're a complete red herring, and I don't know why you bought those in today. Because I think all they do is demonstrate that that is not a business. It demonstrates your creativity.
It shows I designed successful
Yes,
products.
it does.
I mean,
In fairness, it does.
The
You're
shopping trolley
absolutely
chair is
right.
about to go. It's into an exhibition next to a piece of Damien Hirst's work and Tracy Emin's work.
Max, that is absolutely brilliant, but we're here looking at business. And the business opportunity here is, for me, sits in those bins. And something is stopping me from saying, I'm out. Because actually, I think it's I like the design. It's very simple. It's iconic. It's a very classic, clean, simple design that you wouldn't mind having in your kitchen.
Exactly.
And I like the practicality of it. You can pick it up, you can take it, you know. And we've got plastic bags, whether we like it or not, they do exist. I understand all of that. So something is stopping me from going out.
Let me tell you where I am. You're creating chairs out of shopping trolleys and wheelbarrows.
It's good, isn't it?
You're nuts. You are totally barking mad. This is not a business opportunity as we expect to see in the Den. But you know what? I love it.
Blimey.
I love the design. I do like the chairs. I think the bin is a bit of an outside chance. I like you.
Thank you.
Am I going to make money out of it? That's the question that I've been thinking. And I don't know. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll give you £50,000, but actually, I want 30%. Just in case, in my mind, I might have just put £50,000 to nurture an artist. Alternatively, I might have put £50,000 in possibly the best investment I've ever made. So I'm balancing the risk with the reward.
To the astonishment of his rival dragons, Theo Paphitis has offered the entire £50,000, but for 30% of the business, 3 times more than Max is willing to give away. Now, all eyes turn to an unusually undecided Deborah Meaden.
So Max, there's something stopping me from going out, were my last words to you, I think. It feels like a serious punt, but I don't know how Theo would feel. I would be interested, Theo, in doing this if we made a...
Nurture this young man at 25 grand each.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Would you want to be nurtured by Deborah and myself?
Are you both interested in the furniture as well?
Yeah.
Exactly how I feel. The only thing I would say, Max, my offer is certainly based not just on what we see here, but something in you. So
it's
I
future.
would like to be investing in Restore and whatever products you
So
bring out.
All your designs go through that company.
That sounds...
Well, if you'll have me on board, Theo, I'd be very happy to put my money forward on that basis.
30% of the company, and we've got a deal.
I think we've got a deal.
We've got a deal.
There you go.
Blimey. Well done.
Excellent. Well done, Max. Well done.
Max has done it. In a dramatic reversal of fortune, he's leaving the Den with 2 new business partners, Deborah Meaden and Theo Paphitis, and the £50,000 cash injection he needs in his eco-friendly recycling company.